So I've been going over some of the most read articles on the divorce lawyer life, and I wanted to make some videos to kind of summarize those articles as well as expand on them. Because I think obviously if those are the ones that people are reading, then obviously people have a lot of questions on these topics. So the first one that I'm going to tackle today is custody and the custody terms that you need to know. So the two types of custody are legal custody and physical custody. And so you need to get familiar with those terms and understand what they mean. So let's start. What does legal custody mean? So legal custody is the right to make decisions regarding the health, safety, and welfare of your children. And what does that mean? So that means the right to make decisions regarding where they go to school, getting copies of their report cards, if they're in any kind of special education plans involved in that process, health decisions, medications, vaccinations, things of that nature. Also religious decisions would fall under there as well. So in general, parties will share legal custody. That means they both have the right to make the decision. Sometimes you'll see the word joint. They're really used interchangeably. If someone does not have legal custody of their children, then the other party would consider to be having sole legal custody. But generally, we do see people sharing legal custody. Unless there is some specific reason why one parent should not be provided with that. Where you really see the fight is over physical custody. So what does that mean? That is who physically has your child at any given time that they are not at school, daycare, camp, etc. So I see the people use the word visitation a lot, and visitation really is not the same as custody. A visitation I think of is when you go to someone's house and you visit. So you go to your, maybe your co-parent's home and you visit with your child for a period of time. That's not really the same as having custody where you have the child in your sole care for a period of time. And there's types of physical custody. So what you'll see is primary physical custody. So that who primarily has the child, if we count on a 2-week cycle, they are going to have more than 7 overnights. If you have partial physical custody, you're going to have less than 7 overnights. And if both of you have equal physical custody, both co-parents, then you're going to have what we call shared physical custody. Sometimes you see the word joint. It depends on what state, what they use. But I see people use the word visitation a lot in exchanging for custody, and so I just wanted to explain what the difference was there, and that the real proper term that we should be using is physical custody. So if you have more questions about this, I have an article on my site called Custody Terms That You Need to Know, which really lays out in greater detail the differences between legal custody, physical custody, and visitation. So please feel free to check that out. The link for the site is in the bio. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to send me an email, send me a DM, and I'll do my best to help you. Thanks.